was bisher geschah.
There's a young cultural anthropologist at Arizona State.
Morgan Lapahee. The woman's part Navajo, and she's written about the sand painting rituals. And I have it on good authority that she's friendly with the UN procurement officer in Geneva, one Lucas Gruber.
Do you see that figure, Lucas? The one that looks like it has an eye above the head? Maybe it's some kind of visionary?
Are you coming?
Look at those figures.
You mean the Barrow?
I was going to say that they look just like Kokopelli. Maybe Kokopelli isn't a myth, but a memory. If so, that means that we've actually had aliens on our planet? Lucas, wake up.
Dunny, cavern city of ruined beauty, wonder, secrets. The Dunny people possessed a remarkable art, the power to create portals to other worlds. They have long since moved on, yet their city remains, and so do their mysteries. The cavern has been sealed for years, yet now there are some who think it might hold a solution. We're desperate, so we're going back. We're returning, descending to the deep in search of the lost art.
Katja, remember when you told me about working with that guy who taught you their language? Did he ever mention anything about the Dunny keeping slaves? I don't know why, but I've been feeling unsettled ever since we got back from Teledan.
Well, there's a mention in a journal by a guy named Sharper.
Zarek already told me about that. I'm just thinking, are you and Henry still looking through those history books?
We've only got as far as the Ninth King, and while some of them don't seem the nicest people around, there's been no mention of slaves. Of course, that stands to reason. I mean, you don't want anyone to know.
Who are you talking to?
Morgan.
What, me?
No, Henry.
What?
Katja?
Oh, brother.
Katja?
Whose bright idea was it to build this razor thing at the top of the mountain?
The ReZero, Colonel. And if Zarek's map is anything to go by,
Professor.
According to Zarek, when the DRC got this working, they could use their wrist devices, those key things, like a GPS. Apparently this place was the hub of the coordinate system. But this is something much bigger. We really need to get Thomas Maxwell from CERN here.
Oh, great. Yet another person to worry about.
Trust me, Connor, we need him. Whom are you contacting?
Our UNESCO liaison, Mr. Keeper of Secrets. He's really gonna love this.
Freude heißt die starke Feder in der ewigen Natur. Freude, Freude treibt die Räder in der großen Weltenuhr. Rollt sie in den Räumen, die des Sehers Rohr nicht kennt. Sehers Rohr? That's a Sears tube. What the heck is a Sears tube? A telescope?
There you are. Didn't you get my message?
You need something.
There's a physicist
According to
at
Alex.
CERN.
Pardon me, but who do you think is in charge here?
Look, will one of you just tell me?
Is something the matter?
Just a dream. I can't shake it off. Sorry, Kano. How can I help?
Ugh. Talk about the dust of ages.
Just get it sorted. Oh great, what do you want?
Was ist los mit dir, Lukas?
Komm mit.
So, if I understand this correctly,
Whoa. Hang on. Is it safe for us to be in here?
according to Zarek, nobody suffered any ill effects back when the DRC were down here.
None that they know of.
Well, we didn't get any alerts, and according to this, the levels of alpha, beta, and gamma are acceptable.
Yeah, but don't forget, this is alien technology. Lieutenant, can you come to my location? I want you to run some full spectrum scans.
Good idea.
I'm just full of them. So why exactly did we just send out for a big brain particle physicist?
Trust me, Colonel. There is more to this thing than just turning it on.
What the heck is that?
The ReZero. Gabe and Alex?
Don't we have something like this back on the island?
Yeah, but this one, it's different. Normally, this place makes me feel serene, but today, something has changed.
I don't know what it was about that egg, but I felt really strange in there.
You did kind of go into a trance. It wasn't like that the first time I went.
Still, there's something about this place. I agree, it's not like the team neighborhood. Lucas, can we keep it a secret for a while?
Like old times. Having a place no one else knows about. Was ist los?
I keep feeling these waves of sadness. And yet, I don't think I'm really that sad.
You're not still upset about Sarek's lie?
Not really, it's not that. I don't know what it is.
Morgan, when you woke me on that rooftop, I was having the weirdest dream. Did you see that?
Lieutenant?
Colonel, this is Dr. Maxwell from CERN.
Gabe Collins.
Thomas Maxwell. Amazing place.
I imagine you're a bit jet lagged. Or what do you call it when you're 8 hours behind and...
I believe that's 8 hours ahead, Colonel.
And I suspect you're going to ask what it's like being 9 kilometers below the ground. Grace has been trying to fill me in on our trek down here, but I admit to feeling a bit displaced in time and space.
But nonetheless excited to be here.
Indeed.
Let's get you up to the Great Zero. I'm betting Alex is just dying to show off. And if you're not too tired, Larson, Culver, I'm sending you and Katya a present.
What do you think he meant by I'm sending you a present?
Hopefully a promotion.
Not if he thinks this is the best use of your talents. You know, sitting on the floor reading sad tales of dead kings. Oh, Grace, what are you doing here?
I was Dr. Maxwell's security escort, but Colonel Collins seemed to think you might need some help.
Over here. You can start with King Adesh. We're looking for any and all references to... Wait a second. How high does your clearance go?
Would I be down here if I hadn't been briefed, sir?
Good point. Just Keep a record of anything you find that mentions linking, writing,
Special ink.
other worlds.
With 3 of us, this should go much faster.
Yes, it's only taken us months.
Days. Just how long do you think we've been down here?
I don't know anymore. I've lost all track of time.
You're right. This isn't just a glorified GPS.
They must have been crazy, building a huge particle accelerator just to find their way around.
If what you're telling me is correct, then this girl makes the LHC look like a pea shooter. All that money spent on digging tunnels and building cathedral-sized detectors, and this thing was sitting here the whole time?
I'm afraid the world will have to make do with what they have for a little while longer. At least until the reality of what's down here becomes less of a security concern.
Which is no reason why we should let it go to waste. I want Thomas to see what he can discover.
Oh, well, so much to do. A setup of this kind of energy and luminosity, at the very least I should conduct some consistency checks, branching ratios of known decays, particle constants, that kind of thing. After that, with enough time and people, we would be able to do amazing things. Maybe even witness spontaneous linking. Naturally, like in nature.
No, no, no.
Morgan, wake up. You're dreaming. Are you okay? Oh, Morgan.